Hey yo, what's up guys? We're back again. So guys, basically this is a sequel video, yeah, sequel video countering the previous video that I actually sent on the Almighty Jade's gold analysis, right? There's actually a few things that I'd said, or just one thing in particular that I'd said I'd mention, and it actually regards the fundamentals that he had mentioned on the video that I had said I'd actually dive deeper into. Right, guys? So there's actually, let me just start with that actually. There's actually a website that I'd said I'd mention. So this website, guys, it's Finviz, Financial Visualization, as it's called. So it actually just gives you insider information on features, stocks, and just forex generally, right? So it basically just shows you a 1 day relative performance, right? So it just shows you how, for instance, gold was performing in a given day, or how Nike, which is the Japanese stock, is performing. Basically, all of them, guys. It just basically shows you how all of them are performing in a given day. Right. So you'd basically just incorporate maybe your analysis along with that so that you'd have maybe a broader perspective, or even have, you know, an analysis incorporated with fundamentals, and you know where you stand in terms of the trade that you'd be taking. Right. For instance, let's make an example. Right now, we see where gold is currently at. Right. It's currently at a resistance, and it seems like it's gradually correcting. Right. So most likely expecting just a continuation pattern up until that over there, up until that support over there, until we mitigate that imbalance and touch our order block over there for more buy opportunities. It's then we would buy. So incorporating that with it, would just look at how gold is performing here, because this thing actually updates it every now and then. So there's gold over here, guys. Gold over here. It's actually not high, but it's actually on the buy side of everything, guys. So it's actually just showing us that it's currently now at that state of the overbought state, right? So now we actually have more opportunities to look if it will gradually go to the downside like this. Not to say that it actually be a good opportunity to sell it, right? But it actually just shows us that up until when it gets to this level, it would most probably be really red, or just in between, showing you that it was actually in a correction, right? And that is when you'd make your decision on whether you should buy it or not, based on the bias from your technical analysis along with the fundamental analysis. Because when you go to the top, it actually just shows you general news along with investing.com. Here's investing.com over here. Let's just go XAUUUE. Good. Alright, so relative to this as well, it actually just shows you, just generally just gives you news on gold and what is to happen in the future, or what is actually to be expected in the future, guys. So this is just a sequel, right? Information added to that of the Almighty J that I did mention about fundamentals incorporated with technicals, right? So actually, guys, on that note, I actually wanted to show you on that buy trade right over here. This buy trade that we had gotten, right? Actually, one of the guys that we follow on Instagram had actually gotten it as well. And a disclaimer, guys, I'm not recommending any of these people that I make reactions of or even the people that I follow. I just simply give advice or general advice in terms of the forex markets, right? For people who are interested in enhancing the knowledge or wisdom about or knowledge. Wisdom is the ability to know how to. That's stupid, actually. Anyway, who want to enhance the knowledge on, just generally forex, and just generally understand the gist of forex, what it's all about, economical changes, blah blah, and everything like that, guys. So this guy that we follow, right, had actually gotten it as well. They on that 1942 mark, as you can see there, he had a buy right over there and it shot up. So our resistance, or his or general resistance, would have been at that 1967 mark, right? As you can see, it pushed up really high, and that is basically what happened really over here. So basically, the first TP would have been right there, right? As it turns, it would have taken us out, right, guys? So this just goes on to add on, just rely on your instinct at times, because the forex market is basically like being on traffic when you're driving. There's oncoming traffic, and there's ongoing traffic, right? So sometimes you're going to be part of the ongoing traffic, sometimes the incoming traffic. So it's all the same road, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. The road is the same, right? The direction is just what varies sometimes, because every one of us would be going to where we're going. So it's just like that with forex as well, guys. You would see what you see in the charts. Just listen to what the charts are saying to you, right? So we do not oppose either buy or sell that another trader would have seen or didn't see, right? All that matters is understanding how to see what you see in the charts, as well as incorporating with what other people see, so that it just enhances your perspective on, the charts generally. And on that note as well, guys, I'm gonna show you where we had gotten it, right? This is where we caught it. As you can see, this is where we caught it. So we basically just saw a continuation pattern over here. We saw it, we had a buy stop over there, and it just went up until there, right, guys? And then it continued to shoot down, as you can see over there, because it was over here where we'd seen that buy. I think it's on the other. Or it was over here, guys. Right, so we'd seen it, and then it shot up, went, then pushed up really down below. But because we knew that we'd already had our support over there, we already knew that we were expecting buys from there. Because if it had maybe broken below and then shown us something like that, it's then we would have decided to sell it. But it just showed us more buying momentum. That's why we actually didn't look for sales. And this we would have incorporated with, along with the analysis that we saw from our guy over there, ZM Capital. Yeah, so for the gold, I guess that's it, guys. And on that note, guys, remember on the previous video I actually mentioned USDJPY. So on USDJPY, guys, we had previously we'd had a sell opportunity over there, and we saw a sell over there up until that 139 mark, and then it shot up really hard and mitigated our imbalance over there at the top. And then we had a resistance, and just after we had reached our resistance, we saw opportunities for sells, because we had a major resistance, guys. So we had a sell stop there at that 56.55 level, or 140 point something level. I can't properly see it because it's actually a previous chart, and this is basically how it had played out, guys. It shot down really hard along, um around those, Yeah, around 5 p.m. That would be New York time though. Actually shot down really hard, went down really hard along to that support zone over there. Alright. So we're basically just waiting. As you can see, it's still actually going, waiting for it to actually see if it'll hit that 138 mark. That's where the TP is, guys. So that's basically how USD JPY played out as well, guys. So I'm actually hoping that Finviz information will help you guys incorporate your technical analysis along with the fundamental part if you just want to broaden your perspective in terms of the way that you trade. Having a rule based system that you know helps you have more of a checklist on things to include on your checklist every time you wait for a trade or every time you wait for a setup. Now, this is maybe more information or broader information that would allow you to actually consider the fundamental part as well instead of just relying on the technicals. So, with all that being said, guys, from me and the KMO team, guys, I'd like to say, like I always say, guys, the marathon continues and God bless. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Like that.